truly. Starting up here, you got where I stem from, where I spent my holidays, there's another place up there where I spent my holidays. So where I grew up and the big city where I grew up, and then I see kind of, it's a city, and then right here you are in the countryside where also I did grow up a bit, and later on went back to live just the next village I have chosen to settle down for 2 years something. Then we have, usually when I go by bike, I would not go this very way. I would just go down here. So it's nice to see there is a kind of a, it looks, bike routes are always within nature. So it's nice to have this map. So yes, I would go straight down here to go to Rapperswil. So I actually lived in this big city, Zurich, for quite a bit. And last summer I lived here. And then the 30 kilometers this is, I always went by bike. One day I went here and then I slept there, and maybe early in the morning I took a train back home and even paid for the bike. Or I went by bike early in the morning, very tired then I was. So my monk I visited here at Rapperswil once a week. I went this way just by train. So then I grew up in the nicey hilly area that we have here. That's like in the midst of Switzerland, and you wouldn't imagine, but if you go over these few hills, and that here we have some mountains. I spent 1.5 year in a school here as well. you know, Posh area here, this mountain ridge and all. You can't really travel easy within this mountain-esque area, but it was a nice skiing um, facility that we lived nearby. Just 10 minutes walk, and then we could ski all afternoon. I didn't like it too much, but to get to know skiing in depth, it was good. Like now I know skiing isn't what I want to do in life. Just too much, gear and gadgets. I like to be fast, yes. But you can be fast on a bike, and you just need a bike. You don't need the snow, you don't need, all the things that come with skiing. So here, this one I made because I was thinking about going to live here, because I have not ever experienced this area alongside this lake. I have told you that's all mountain area. So if you want to get to this place, you can like from here you can sort of go I think alongside this. It looks kind of logical, but you can't go over these, like this bike cycle route here. No train goes like this. You go all around. If you want to get from this city up here, you go to, where is it? Zurich and blah blah. You go to actually Bern up here. And then you go down here. And then you go here. And then you go here. So to visit people like my monk that now lives, he has moved from Rapperswil to Wiel. Wiel is somewhere here. I would have to go, all around this and, But then I found out in a shop magazine, they told that the small pond that was nearby where I wanted to kind of settle down was poisoned, because they have put the rail track stones, the old ones there, so it all diffused into the water. So it looks so neat and nice and everything, but it's all poisonous there. I wouldn't want to swim in this mountain area. So then I told you I have lived here in the midst of Switzerland. It's all hilly here and nice, and here where it's a bit more mountain-esque. And then they told me up here is a school. We went here like for holidays and stuff, and like when I was at school. Here, we went for, it's just 4 hours something. We went here and here for like a week or two, and I could have gone to a school here, and I decided no, otherwise I would now know this area. So before thinking about this area to go and move here, I thought about this area up here, you know. Solothurn down to Biel, you got the canoe route. You could always use this river to get to this lake. It's just a nice area I have never ever really experienced. So I thought, yeah, let's do it maybe. But now I live somewhere else. I live somewhere here. This I have forgotten. In this area here up in the mountains, there is a village without any cars. I lived here. So then this one, I know this lake, so I know that up here you go, and then down here, people go here with cars a lot. And I went like onto the middle. It's a passway. It's not the mountain, but right below the valley, but high up in the mountain area. So this passing route from this to this, uh, there aren't any roads, here anymore. So, the only way to go from here where I live down here was to go here, and then from here you can continue around this lake and stuff, but there was no possibility to go like this. By bike I went often, and here in this village where there aren't any cars, I lived for a year, and in the valley I lived for half a year. Was nice. Both of it was nice. And now I live, that's the flat area, and here they forgot about, you know, a, a lake. I live beside this lake now, instead of going either to this rotten, nice pond and this big lake here. I would have loved to experience this lake. It looks so empty and all on the pictures and all. Yes, I went here instead of going here. Or up here where there is this nice canoeing route and the flat area here. I was also investigating about, living up here. There is all this watch producing villages here. It's this area, but up here, rather, there's nobody living up here. Border, this is towards France. Very nice. I would want to do this, and because I had a searching ad up looking for flats and houses. When I put 50 kilometers, I'm already down here. It's like Switzerland from. I know exactly from here to here. 80 kilometers. This is 85. So imagine if I make 50 kilometers, I can be down here somehow. And yeah, Romont and stuff. This is. I got to see flats that how they would look like here. But even then, going to visit my monk would be such a long way. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like I can make plans for the very, very late future.